which we all know is Wookiee for What's Up, Dudes and Dudettes? It's your man Evan Beat broadcasting live from the Butt Cave. Got a special treat for you tonight. Even though I said I wasn't going to get it, the Chewbacca Nerf crossbow went on sale at Target, and so it literally completes a Star Wars Nerf collection for me. So I finally broke down and got it. My nerddom hadn't quite extended to the point where I was willing to buy a blaster that is just kind of universally considered to be a dud. But I went ahead, and my love for Star Wars kind of won out, and I purchased it. So I will say some things about the packaging. We've got a range claim of 65 feet or 20 meters. The package comes with the crossbow and 5 darts. It looks like it's coming with 5 green Star Wars Elite darts, which that's pretty cool. It has a removable scope, which from what I've seen in other... I'm saying a lot tonight. From what I've seen in other reviews, is completely non-functional. I guess this stock is really flimsy and da-da-da-da. But anyway, I won't get into too much of it until we crack it open and see for ourselves. So I got my handy Gerber. Cool thing, this box is an actual, this packaging is an actual box. So that's kind of cool. I prefer that to the open face packaging. All the pieces. At least I've got this to mail to someone. Here's instructions. Lord knows we never look at those. Let's go ahead and crack in. We got some what would otherwise be really sweet dart storage, but it looks like this is not an end strike attachment. This is going to fix to the blaster, and it does not fix well. So chances are, if you're not like me and this is going up on a shelf after you're done reviewing it, this is that's going to be lost. So the blaster is smaller than I thought it would be. That box is deceptively large, not a comfortable handhold, just tiny for a big guy. Now granted, this is recommended for children's ages 8 and plus, like most Nerf blasters, so it's not like they had me in mind when they were creating this. Huh. That's weird. Okay, so that's the stock attachment, which I'm assuming once we get it in here, this is going to be fixed for good. But I probably should check and make sure I'm doing it the right way then, and I wasn't. So on this side, that looks all smooth and flush and pretty. On that side, it's all hollow and poopy and weird looking. That's dumb. That's how much plastic did they really save by doing that? Anyway, so here's the bow arms. Now, this is an actual functioning bow. This is not like a cosmetic dually where the bow does not create the prime. In this one, the bow is in fact the priming. Looks like we got that correct. It's not going to fire without a dart in it. And it does have an end strike attachment for this scope thing, which is, yes, indeed useless. It looks kind of cool. I mean, maybe you could use it, mod it for something. It really doesn't even look that cool because it's kind of wide. So I think it would be awkward on the top of any other blasters. But, you know, I think one of the best things about the Star Wars blasters for me is the Star Wars darts. This one comes with some green ones, which, as far as I know, this is the only way to get the green Star Wars darts. And in fact, I do know that for a fact because I have all the other Star Wars Nerf stuff, and there are no other green Star Wars Rebel Alliance darts. So, you know, hopefully in the process of testing this out for you guys. I don't lose too many of these because it would be nice to kind of have them to sit with the blaster. But, all right. It's literally the bowstring that powers that dart propulsion. So I cannot imagine there is any way that you're going to get 65 feet out of that. Like, that is an erroneous claim because it's already dipping by the time it gets to my couch. So what we'll do is it's sturdy. I'm trying to think of a couple things to say about this before I take it to the range. You know, again, the butt range is not necessarily test distance or feet per second or anything. It's purely 20-foot accuracy. So how accurate the blaster is going to be while playing indoors. I suspect that this will function, you know, okay on the butt range, but in any kind of distance range or with a chrono or anything like that, this is just going to fail all over the place. It does look pretty cool, all things considered. A lot smaller than I thought it would be, and truly just kind of awkward. Like, I'm huge, granted, so this looks just absurd, but, you know. So here we are at the butt range. Let's go ahead and fire through the darts that it came with at a couple of these tech targets and see how it performs at about 20 feet. All right. The loading and the priming is super easy. It is very intuitive. It just, I wish you could have this in your hands and feel it when it fires. It's just so obvious that there is no power there. It's kind of almost hilarious in that sense. Like, about what I suspected here at about 20 feet, it's doing just fine. But any kind of distance, this is just, there's just no punch to it at all. But, you know, I guess if you're, you know, brothers or something running around the house, or, you know, you and your siblings shooting at each other, or you and your friends blasting at each other in your home, obviously at a short distance, that's working just fine. I think it looks a lot cooler, so long as you don't look at this side. From this side, it looks a lot cooler than it functions, but all in all, I'm not too disappointed with its functionality. So we'll take it back to the butt cave for a little bit of analysis and final thoughts. So, I mean, there you have it, guys. It's I guess what I will say is, while I don't just absolutely despise the blaster, and I thought I would, once I have it in my hands, like, it's got a sturdy construction, and it, well, it's too small for me. Like, again, I really like the way it looks, so it kind of makes up for it. You know, it's like, and again, I am not the best guy to ask probably about Star Wars toys, because clearly I'm going to have a bias towards it. Like, I get a kick out of not only, you know, obviously Star Wars, but collecting Star Wars stuff. You know, I have an action figure collection, I have a t-shirt collection, I have a comic book collection, I have an art collection that's all Star Wars related. And so, and actually I have way more collections than that. Like, I collect a lot of different Star Wars stuff. And so, you know, it stands to reason that with the Nerf and Star Wars crossovers and tie-ins, like, that would be, you know, a huge part of my collection. I literally tried my darndest to hold off on this and not purchase this blaster. It was like, I saw reviews from guys that I trust, their opinions on, and was like, this is not something that is going to add anything to my Nerf arsenal. And in fact, owning it will set me back $25. And I think that the price point is ridiculous for what it is. You know, for $25, you can have, well, I mean, on the sale stripes, you could have a couple of them and have a useful blaster. So being that this has no, like, war use or really even like backyard play use, like, what it does have for me on sale is it has literally collector value. Like, not value in the sense that it is a collector's item, because you never know when it comes to Star Wars collectibles what's going to be valuable down the road. Maybe this will be the thing. It's the thing we all rag on now, but when my kids are my age and they're digging through dad's garage stuff or attic stuff or whatever, this may be that thing that like pays their college or something. I highly suspect that that's not going to be the case, but you never know. We can't predict the future as to what becomes collectible over the long term. We can make educated guesses, and those of us who are collectors of things outside of Nerf, there is a lot of education. There's a learning curve, and there's a lot of educated guessing, prediction wise, as to what's going to be valuable. Something like this generally will not be, because they made it in so many high numbers, and but you never know. You never know what's going to be the thing that, like, down the road people are going to go like, oh man, that's part of the collection you gotta have, man, is that 2015 crossbow. So yeah, that's the thing. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much everything I've got. I'm not gonna say anything more negative about it, because um, you let the Wookiee win. I don't want to have my arms ripped out of their sockets by Chewbacca. So yeah, if you're a Star Wars collector, obviously you're gonna get a kick out of this. If you're looking for a super good functional war ready Nerf blaster, no. So that's what I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is Evan B saying peace and hair grease. May the force be with you. Be nice to one another, and Nerf on. Night, guys. Arsenal!